Ace, what do you think? I bet you're ready to eat, aren't you, buddy?
All he does is watch you eat.
I like feeding him late in the evening. We're live. Hey, everybody.
I put my thumb up. You don't pay no attention.
Your phone's always up.
No,
all right.
Thumb.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take me a bite.
Go ahead and eat it. It's hot on that end.
Oh, no.
You got to smush it around.
That's the burrito, everybody.
A burrito.
A burrito from the mustard. Why do you got to get so close?
I want to show it.
It's just a burrito. Look at that. Look at that. Organic
Organic
kale.
what?
Kale.
Tell what you ate a few minutes ago that wasn't organic.
Well, you threw it at me. I thought it was organic. It didn't have anything on it. Hey.
You're embarrassing.
I ate that.
You're the most embarrassing vegan I've ever met.
I had to eat that, man, to honor my friend.
That is true. That's right. Oh, somebody said social distancing, Amanda. That's right.
Stay away.
Hello, friend.
Friend.
Social distancing, friend.
Sue.
Oh, look, I got gloves on.
Neighbor Sue that has had battling cancer for the last couple years. She used to fix me cinnamon bread all the time. And Amanda brought me 2 loaves of cinnamon bread tonight.
Yeah.
And
where are they at, Randy? Why don't you show them on the video?
they're already gone.
Well, I've got one in the car, and I've locked the car up.
Yeah. Everybody, did you like the picture of our beginning of our video? It said clear the air. You know how we did that? Right here. Clear the air. Clear the air.
Clear the air.
Yes. I don't know if YouTube is good. You know, we used to do it Facebook. Facebook is like the neighborhood newspaper.
Yes.
It seems like, all right, let's go on Facebook and talk about gossip and drama and issues and all that stuff, and everybody.
Let's go back to it.
And everybody interacts, right?
Yes, right.
Well, I don't do that, and but I was what do you call notified today? How you say? I was notified today that there was some discrepancy of the state inspections.
Yes.
State electrical inspections. And so I had been saying for the last week or so that, hey, the state has stopped inspecting the final and rough ends and all that stuff, like our underground power. They've only stopped here on this property, not in the state.
Exactly.
Okay, so it was, I thought they had stopped. And then we found out a couple days ago they hadn't. And I have been dealing with the state on our community and any other community.
Non-community.
Yeah, and any other tiny home, anything you got out there, they will shut you down and they will not allow you to put in any kind of infrastructure.
Right.
Unless you notify the state in the fact of how I've been doing it.
Correct.
I have been working with the city planner. I don't want to call it city planner. He's a great guy. He's over the city, county, chamber of commerce. It's a big long.
They all know you.
He's a great guy. His name's Lucas.
Yes.
He has been the liaison between me and the state, the state inspectors, everything. I've been on the phone with them all week, all the time. And what it is that Cock County, only county in the world, all right, that I know of in the United States, will not allow, and it's a smart thing. They've come up, it's a really good point that they've made. But they will not allow, and it turned into the statewide now too, but they will not allow you to hook your tiny home, right, plug it into their grid, unless you have a certification. Right? We have built 300, 400 homes, no certifications.
Right, correct.
Been fine. They come up here and they said, hey, we're not going to allow you to plug it up unless you have a certification from a third-party engineering firm. Well, I had a friend who was going to start a certification process. I paid about $8,000 up front to get in advance on the certifications.
Right.
That's not going to be used anymore because we're not going to use that friend's certification because I can use another ANSI certification, which is a step above what my friend was going to do because they were going to do RV and some other things.
Right.
And I thought, you know what, let's look into the ANSI. And sure enough, we found another company out west that's going to do the ANSI Park Model Certification 119.5. Got all the things. So we said, you guys already know about all that. So we're going to go ahead and get all that done. We're already doing it. We are already inspecting our homes. We're keeping the paperwork together. So our homes now are ANSI certified. In the homes that we have out on the lot here, just the ones out here in the lot, will be inspected and certified. The ones that we've already built in the years past, they might be able to get certified if you need it. I don't know why you need that unless you have a situation where you need it certified. Call us. There'll be an additional fee to get it done because it is a process, and we have to pay to get it certified.
Exactly.
That's what I meant by clearing the air. And it was really funny to watch the drama and say, I wonder what's going on. There's some shady stuff going on. It's like clearing the air. You know what? I was misinformed, and that's fine. I admit it to you. But at the same time, I wasn't misinformed because they will not inspect any of our underground electrical in our communities until this was taken care of.
Right.
This is the issue. And I didn't know this. For the last, year and a half, I have been calling our three developments here. And see, I'm already watching the words I use.
Yes.
Is I was using the word community. All right? And the state is interpreting my verbiage, nothing written down, my verbiage as it's a stationary, fixed community where it's not recreational.
Right.
Okay, and so because of the RVIA, because of the ANSI, all that is a recreational inspection, is a recreational certification.
Right.
Meant that it's not meant for year-round living.
Right.
It's just a cliche. It's just a little, what do you call it? What am I looking for? It's,
I know what you mean.
yeah. So even though everybody in the United States, everywhere you go, people live in these campers, RVs, tiny homes, full time.
Year round.
Right,
yes.
year round. But I understand the state. Listen, a law's a law. The state, their certification is a certification. So I can't promote that these homes are going to be lived in year round. Now, when I first got into business, RVIA approached me and said, hey, we want to certify your homes. Well, I thought, man, it's a private entity. I don't want to go there. And I had too big of dreams thinking, hey, I can be RVIA and get my own certifications. And I tried.
RVAH.
And we did RVAH and did all that. But I was just so busy, couldn't pursue it and couldn't lobby it and get it all set up. So I finally had to go to ANSI to get our 21st mortgage. We are now ANSI certified. We are now got our system down. We do all our paperwork. We get the seal of approval and everything. It's taken a couple weeks to get all that situated and taken care of course, because of coronavirus. Trying to coordinate the state, the city, the ANSI inspector, and all that together. And they have all been wonderful to work with. They really have. They've responded to emails and phone calls. They've gotten together. We've had calls back and forth. They have gotten calls back and forth. I can't tell you how much Lucas here in Newport, in Cobb County Cooperative, has been so upbeat and so on it. Whenever I call, he is on it. He's called the state several times, emailed the appropriate people, everything. They are so excited about our community. And I don't want to say community because they really do. They want me to not use the word community. Okay.
What do they want you to use?
You know, I'm going to come up with a neat phrase. I don't know if it'll be resort, but community to the state means it's a subdivision. It's a permanent dwelling location, and they don't want that to be signified as a permanent dwelling. Our ANSI certification and what the state requires is ANSI certification for our RV models.
What if you call it a tiny house park, like trailer parks? What about a tiny house park?
That's a good idea.
I like park. That sounds nice. I want you to look. I ain't never. You're sitting there eating.
You're talking, I'm eating.
Tiny house park.
That's a great idea.
Oh, I'm just all for you, Randy.
Yep. That's a good idea. I like that.
Do y'all like that? Tiny tiny house park.
Yeah.
Tiny house park.
Yeah, so we got the forest, beach, and prairie.
Yeah.
Tiny house park.
Yeah. Somebody said tiny house reserve.
Reserve, yeah.
Reserve. Yes, I like tiny house park, tiny house reserve.
So we're going to play around with some, have some fun with it.
Randy's
Listen.
Rebels. It's getting crazy. Mobile Village. I like reserve too. If they allow it, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So tiny house park, tiny house reserve, tiny house preserve. So
Anything that doesn't sound like it's a permanent.
exactly. So we'll let them decide which. We'll tell them all these names.
Yeah.
Tiny house resort, tiny house village.
Listen, the
Like
state
it.
is really, the state, the county, the city, they are not combative towards us whatsoever.
No, they're very good.
They've been doing nothing but trying to help.
Yeah.
It is, they're bound by law and schematics.
Schematics.
No, that's not it, is it?
Schematics.
Anyway, they're bound
I
by
don't know what you're saying.
They're bound up.
You've said 2 or 3 big words.
Oh,
Where'd you hear all that today?
that burrito is good. You guys got to go to Mustard Seed.
Well, I can't get a bite. That's right. Never mind. Coronavirus.
Mhm.
I ain't doing it.
The Mustard Seed is a health food store in town.
Oh, they're somatics. Gloria said somatics. Is that it?
Thank you, Gloria. It's a matter of somatic.
I love it. Randy Land. Everybody's coming up. Amanda's Angels and Randy's Rebels. I love it.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay, now a good question. Okay,
all right.
let's get serious.
Good. Let's get serious. I'm
now
going to get me
wait
a
a
swig of
minute.
milk.
You're so stupid. Okay, let's see. What did he say? Okay, so does all this mean I can't buy an acre in Thornhill, dig a well, and septic and power without the state messing with me?
You got to have an RBI. You got to have this ANSI certification.
You have if you have a tiny home.
Yep. You got to
Or
pay.
can you do RVIA? What if somebody buys a tiny home somewhere else?
I don't think just make sure it's certified when you buy their tiny home from whoever you're buying it from.
Because look at this.
What?
Are you just a little bit hungry?
You're talking. Go ahead.
Okay, so that just clears the air, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Mary said, Lord Randy, oh my God. Feed that man. He's feeding. He's almost done. Got his almond
This is
milk.
my first meal of the day. I haven't eaten since last night. Don't roll your eyes at me, Amanda.
Okay.
Every time I say how hard I got life.
He just ate 2 loaves of cinnamon bread.
But I just ate it. I haven't eaten it all day. Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Moving on, everybody.
Lie.
So, you know what? It was weird.
Randy.
Social media. Look at him.
I mean, you and Ace have lost your mind.
He's eating it up, isn't he? With social media, you know, we've had people say a lot of bad stuff about us and try to pick a bone and try to say they're going to destroy us. They're going to destroy me through social media. That was a couple years back. Anyway, all I ever know, I've learned in this industry is that, you know what? You just keep on moving forward.
Now
You
you
just
got
keep
to.
on
Keep
doing
on
what you're
keeping
doing.
on.
There's going to be, I love competition, and there are people putting in communities out here. They're going to try to do what we're doing.
Right.
Bring it on. I love it.
Now I've got
What?
some questions.
What's your
I don't-
question,
I
Amanda?
don't want to. You.
All right, you talk, I'll eat.
Okay. Tim wants to know, what if you're building it yourself? What if you're building your own house? Same thing, right? Okay. Now we're going
Right.
nonverbal.
I got me a mouthful of food.
No, we're going nonverbal, folks.
The ANSI company that we use,
Yes.
Pacific Northwest, something like that, they do DIY
Oh.
certification.
Okay.
$2,000.
$2,000.
Mhm.
That's right. Well, what about the people that's already here, like the ones that's going in the community? It's an extra cost.
If we built your home
We have to have it has to be certified.
and you're sitting here, the ones we have just built, we can get certified. The ones that have been here for 2 years, I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, and 2, if they have, if people have bought their own land too, if they bought their own land, they have to get that certification to get on their land, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we just got to know. And blueprints, Tim said. You have to have blueprints.
Yeah. Yeah, blueprints. There's a criteria that
he
they'll.
said I have a contractor. Okay.
I don't care if you got a contractor or not. It
Still
doesn't
gotta
matter.
have-
His license don't mean anything.
Okay.
If you got a licensed contractor, it doesn't mean anything.
You still have to have
You
certification.
have to have that stamp. You have to have a ANSI RVI. Yep.
So okay, Lori says, can you live in it year round, or are you limited to how long you can live in the home?
There is no official live year round
Yeah.
what?
Huh?
You said yeah. Okay.
Just keep
Hang on. There is no police department that goes around and checks to see if you live in it year round.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. And that's what I meant about when Gloria helped me with that word semantics.
Semantics.
Okay. You just don't say you're living in it year round. Everybody knows you're going to live in it full time, just like they know these RV parks over here on the lake. People live in it full time.
Right.
There's 4 RV parks here in the Cobb County. It's like a subdivision. People live in it full time. They got mail coming to them.
Right.
You know, you just don't pronounce it like that.
Well,
It's
let me
just
ask, what's the difference that in a trailer, like a Clayton mobile home?
that is a mobile home, and it's under a different certification.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Will they ANSI certify a kit? Good question.
Probably. You just got, ANSI mostly, you know what they would inspect is your fastening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Rob.
Your fastening of your home, just certain things, but mostly it's electric, drain, and egress for emergency egress. But it's really a lot of electrical. We didn't have to change because we do mostly our electrical exactly like they did. We just had to add a few more things to it.
Now, Donna's asking, what if someone rents the lot, but it's in the leaseholder's name?
The lot doesn't matter,
The lot doesn't matter, it's just the house.
just the structure.
the structure.
Yep,
Okay.
that's right.
That's oh my God. Let's see. So in a place that does care, you will not be able to stay year round. Can you get it without, let's see, can you get it without ANSI certification?
I don't understand. I don't know that map.
It has to be certified. I mean, it has to be ANSI certified, right?
In Cobb County, yeah, that's the only place. We built 400 homes and none of them were certified.
What about other states?
They don't say anything.
Oh, and Tim's asking about solar. It doesn't matter about any of that, does it?
No.
What
You
was
can have your ANSI home certified,
Mm-hmm.
and you can add solar to it. Yep.
So with a house, okay, so now how is it that if you're fully off grid, you don't
Okay.
hook up to water, power, nothing?
You don't need it.
So you don't need
Nope.
certification.
You don't need it.
Okay. Can you buy a piece of property in Cobb County, be fully, off grid, and live there?
Mhm.
So you don't have to hook up to water?
Only thing you'll need is a septic system.
Oh, so you have to have a septic system. Because you can't have a compost.
You can have a compost soil if you like, but you will have to have a legal septic system if you're living in a home.
Okay.
Yep.
If you're living in the home, you have to have a septic
The technical part of it is what we learned. If you have water running to your home, either by a tank of water from a collection system or anything, if you have water coming inside that structure, you need a septic system. They do not have a gray water system in the state of Tennessee. Yeah. That's the only bum part.
So if anybody buys a piece of land here in Cobb County, it has to be hooked up to, you have to have a septic system.
Anywhere in the state of Tennessee.
Anywhere in the state of Tennessee.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you have to have at least the septic system.
Yeah. Like, what we wanted to do, maybe if we do the resort and put some off-grid homes way back in the back and not run utilities, and we can still do that. A septic system is very easy to do. But we'd have to put a septic system way back in the mountains to be legal.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. All right.
Yep. So, I don't know. Like I said, I've just learned that, you read one comment on Facebook and you're like, oh my God, it's like it's all over the national news and it's going to devastate and make you look, a way you don't want to look. And it's not true.
Right.
And so I've learned that, there's always, especially as vulnerable as I put myself out here, talking about everything. And as we grow and as we do things, everybody knows there's people that don't want you to succeed. There's people that want to, maybe want to compete with you. And instead of them trying to perform better than you, they want to dig at you. And I'm not sure, I don't know if any of that's going on. I'm just saying that happens. So listen, everybody, I really don't, I don't look at any of the comments. And it's not that I don't want to. I love your comments, except I just have to, really, I don't have time, but I love talking to you. That's why I love the jam. I love when you guys come here that I can finally talk and when I'm on the phone with people, I've been calling a lot of people here lately, the last couple of weeks, and I'll continue to do that. Is I like talking to them, saying, "Hey, what do you like about our videos? What have you liked about our company? What is it that has inspired you to purchase something from us?" And that's when I get comments. So I'm a very social person. I love talking to people, but this social media thing can be so volatile, and I'm just too sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now the final of all this, you're still in talks with them, and so we'll probably know more next week.
No, what it is ANSI, the representative for ANSI is sending over the certification, everything Monday morning. I will get that straight to Lucas and the state, and they will sign off. Done.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
They will notify the state inspector. They'll probably come out here Tuesday, check out our underground utilities. We can go.
Awesome.
So that means that our communities is up and running and going. But it's taken this long to get the communications because of the coronavirus, because of there's 3 different parties getting it together, trying to make all this happen. Look at him trying to get out of that harness.
I know. He hates that thing.
Yeah. So we're excited that we can go ahead with our community. And I'm sorry, misinformed you all that the state was shut down in inspections. They weren't. Only right here. But any other tiny home place or you're wanting, you are not going to have your home hooked up in Cobb County unless you have a sticker of ANSI certification seal. Legally. And there are people in this county right now
that are illegal.
That are illegal.
That's right.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so, and that's shoot, I've been illegal most of my life.
But all the ones here are
No,
going
just
to be
teasing.
legal.
Just teasing. Yeah. I listen, there's not one stone that's not been turned over, looked at, examined, and exposed. Just the way, and I think that's my biggest downfall is I do share with you all everything that I can think of. Like I said, I admit when I've look, he's at the door, Amanda. He's wanting out.
Well,
Come here, Ace.
Let's
Come
go
on,
in
Ace.
here.
Come on.
We'll go in the shop.
He's wanting to go to the bathroom.
Come on, honey.
Come on, bud. There you go. Let's go. Come on. Ace is wanting to go to the bathroom. He goes to the door now when he wants to go to the bathroom.
That's
so
good.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what we got going on in here
Yeah.
today?
Man. A lot. Yep. We actually had a lot of guys out today. I think we had almost 7 or 8 guys out.
Why?
Not really sure. Some personal, not that they were sick, but some guys are just is getting things done. I think this coronavirus, because the state of Tennessee at 5 o'clock today was actually locking down.
That is true.
And a lot of guys were needing to get home. They wanted to get home and stay home and get groceries and get some things. And you're uncertain about a lot of stuff. So they just felt like they needed to take care of some things.
Right, exactly.
So we didn't have a big crowd here today.
Okay.
And also,
are people working tomorrow or
there's a few. There's a few, and also we're doing. Get this. This is what we're doing also with the guys working here. There's everybody lives here locally, but there's about 9 supervisors here that are actually going to take a home. So 9 or 10 of these homes are going to be taken to their home and kind of framed up and then brought in and spray foamed, wired and plumbed and tested. And then they're going to take it back to their house. They just live a couple miles down the road.
Exactly.
So that allows them to work in the evenings, on the weekends. They can work with their kids, their wife, their family, and it helps us with our production. So that was kind of my little bit of my secret weapon is that I come up with is that, you know, we're going to try to build 12, 14 of these, you know, at one time. And then we're also going to out.
And that's what Alicia said, brilliant. You are so adaptable. And it's like, this has to be the most adaptable place ever, because we try to figure something out. All the girls, well, Alyssa, she was working here today, and I think she worked yesterday to do payroll, but the girls have been working at home. So we do everything, we're doing everything we can to keep everybody working.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Well, you know, you know what's really neat is I always look at it is when there's confrontation that comes to me in my life, I have learned that okay, how can we figure this out? And you know what? For some comes on, and it's almost like we come up with another idea, and it was better than the way we were doing it before.
Yeah.
So no matter if it's a social media controversy, or if it's the physical limitations of money, or weather, or whatever it is, right? I like the challenge of saying, hey, how can we exceed or succeed in this environment?
Yeah.
And so we were talking about, said, hey, these guys side work. I was thinking, my God, you know, I've been doing side jobs all my life.
Of course.
I'd come home, I'd work all day and then go install go remodel a bathroom and these guys, I don't know how much they do, but I know I've done it all my life. So I asked them, I said, how many guys would like to have a side job? Take them home, frame them, get them dried in, bring them back. We'll wire and plumb them, inspect them, all that. And then they take it back, they finish it, bring it back, we test it. It's perfect. So what we're doing is I'm gonna pay them on the side to do a job, plus work here. Oh my, they went nuts. It was like, yeah, what a great idea. They said, you know, I get home in the summer, like right now, it's still daylight up till 8 o'clock at night. They eat dinner and they're like, what am I gonna do? You know? And I understand you don't wanna be in this building till 8, 9 o'clock at night, even though you could come here and build. You wanna be at home.
At home, your kids running around and your wife there and all that
Even
stuff.
though you're doing the same kind of work, for some reason it's different and you enjoy it better. So really I'm liking it because one, you know, a guy, a gentleman, man or woman could actually take a home. It may take 5, 6 weeks to get one done instead of the half of that time because you're not got that much concentrated time in it.
Right.
They could do 5 or 6 a year.
Yeah.
Add probably $20,000 to $35,000, $40,000 to their pay.
Sure.
On top of working here.
And Donna brings up a good question too. It's like, how are we going to see the houses on the video? I say we do some field trips, don't you?
Oh yeah. They just live a couple miles around
they
here.
Don't live far.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go through houses and
Let's do it.
name names? I like naming names.
I don't know the names, Amanda. No. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sickle.
Okay.
8 by 18.
8 by 18 sickle.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah. Now this right here, because there's no siding, is going to be metal. This is the first one that we've done that's going to have the maintenance-free siding.
Yeah.
And then just a section of metal on here. Isn't that cool? Dig it out. Dig it out. Dig it out.
Oh, cute. Okay, so let's see what's going on.
Yep. Move this. There we go. And we got 6 more trailers in. 3 yesterday and 3 today.
Yeah.
You should have seen, you know how he pulled those trailers in here? We got 3 trailers today and they were back to back to back. Instead of stacked on top, it would look like a train coming down the interstate or down the road. They haven't done much and they've been doing the wiring and getting it all set up in here still, Amanda. Put the loft. Actually, Brett was gone all week and he just made his first day back. So Brett came today, which was where Matt works, and Matt left. So they were working on the outside and getting it done. So we haven't really done any more than what we were doing. We'll put some nail plates on here. They've got to still put their clips on all their rafters and get it ready for spray foam, the ridge cap, and the sprinkler system.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. then shows them their house. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
And speaking of sprinkler systems,
I seen some sitting on your desk.
yeah, I was going to show them tonight and
Yeah.
how they look and work. I'm going to fill this whole building full of sprinkler systems. We're going to run them all along both sides out here. All right, Mandel, you go around that way and I'll go around this way and get the name. This is Taylor, 10 by 20.
It's who?
Taylor.
Taylor. Oh yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
It's a 10 by 20.
Now we have to specify.
You'll see, you all,
It's J Taylor. I have to specify. We got two Taylors.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a 10 by 20. If you guys go on go online and look at the 10 by 20 RJO, what a price point. It is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you get the 10-foot wide home without the big dollar sign, man.
Oh my God, it's so big.
I know it.
I mean, it's like really big.
Yep, I love it.
Big windows.
What's up, buddy?
Okay, so we've seen that.
And remember too, guys, if you want, let me get up here and just show one. I just had a thought. All right, you know that we got those big windows that are,
$1,000 or $600?
yeah, they're almost 6 foot by 9 foot.
Yeah.
Right? That window, that window would fit right in here.
Yes.
Okay? Or we could turn it and go up, right? Come across and come down.
Right.
I love those big pieces of glass.
I do too.
Or you could actually come right here and we could put that big, massive window. It would go plumb over to here.
Yeah.
You know, a wall of glass. Now, that's not for everybody's preference. And I do say, if you're going to go that route, it will allow heat to transfer and a little bit of cool wet weather. So you really need an insulated curtain,
Yeah.
blinds or something if you get that. But
But you might be in a shaded spot too over there.
man, the look and the feel that you get from those picture windows
What was the size
are
of
awesome.
this again?
Well, I think the bigger ones were
No, I mean the house.
10 by 20.
10 by 20.
10 by 20
Yes,
house.
10 by 20.
Yeah, you can't really tell with all the bracing on it what it's going to look like, you know.
But it is wide. Look how wide it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. All right.
Come on, Ace. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Ace. Come on. Hey, get out of there.
Listen to him.
Hey, I got to real quick.
Yeah.
David's asking.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
We were in that. David said, "How come you don't do the header beam all the way around like you do in the Craftsman?"
Oh, good question.
question.
Yep, good question. On the Craftsman, all right, if you guys remember when we framed them things, the Craftsman has a drop axle, and we used almost 12-foot studs. Well, we took 10-foot studs. The house was over 11 feet. So we would do a 10-foot stud and then a continuous header around it. The reason is because them walls are so tall, and that makes everything heavier, bigger. Here, if we use a continuous header in here, it brings down our window height. We want to keep our window height. Like right now, we got a header on these bigger windows, right? In here, let me go in here and I'll show you. This bigger window, it's not 3 foot wide, it's 4 foot wide. So it's 4 foot wide, we're putting a header above them because of the span, right?
I see.
Yeah. In the Craftsman, what he's talking about is we would take this header and wrap it all the way around.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's bringing everything lower in here, and you really, and we got a double top plate, the studs, the house is so much lighter. That's why we don't need, and the steep pitch, okay?
Yeah.
So with it, mainly what I'm concerned about when we use headers is snow load. So if this home is ever, you know, parked in a snowy environment, the weight that it's going to stick on this. Well, on most of our Craftsman, we had that 4-degree pitch was almost flat. there's so much weight that could build vertically up on that thing. So that's why we had headers on every window.
I see.
These pitches are so light, so steep, nothing can actually stay on top of that roof.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now listen, that is my building experience talking. I am not a structural engineer. This is from experience. This is just how I see it, how we've looked at it as we've built this company. And this is how I've talked to engineers, I've consulted with them. But this is my opinion on how it can be done.
Okay.
We've had no problems with them.
What size was this?
16 foot. This is a
About-
16-foot RJO, 8x16.
8x16?
Yep.
God, it feels big.
I know it.
Okay.
Well, and that's the thing. See, there's no roof on it right now.
Yeah.
And that would be the same feel that you had if you had a lot of glass in here.
Yeah.
It feels bigger when you
feels
got.
way bigger.
Yep.
I thought it was bigger. Okay.
So the more windows you have, the bigger it's going to feel.
8x6. Whose was it?
Dufaux?
DeFore.
DeFore.
Yeah. She's actually got 2 homes.
Yep.
This is the first one. This is house number 1.
House number 1.
And she's doing them both the same size, both RJOs and 8x16.
We're getting several people that are buying more than one home.
Yes, I know. Let me get the side of it here so she can see it. There you go.
Yeah.
DeFore.
DeFore.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, next. Who's
All right.
next?
This is a Freedom. As you can tell, the first thing I look at, it's either an RJO with a dormer, but most people just step it up to a Freedom. And this is
I gotta get a good shot of it.
this is an 8x16. The homeowner is Swint.
Swint.
Yep.
And what was it?
8x16 Freedom.
Really? Yeah.
Yep. Now, okay, and you guys, we pointed this out before. Let me show you here. You see this? See that distance right here?
Yeah.
All right, it's about 3 inches.
Okay.
So that wall,
Oh, and Noah, he's on here. This is his house.
hey Noah,
Yeah, this is Noah's house.
this is a dormer, right? Now, a salt box would take this right here, just like, who asked about the header earlier?
David.
David? All right, just like David was saying, before when we did our Craftsman, that wall up there would be straight up, and there would be no change of right here.
I see.
But now we'll put a piece of metal across this right here,
Yeah.
and it gives that architectural breakup. The roof and the wall is not one big straight wall.
Right.
And it makes it look, and that's what you call a dormer. A dormer is sitting on top of the roof. It's not part of the wall system.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've had a lot of popularity with the salt box design.
Oh, I know. Everybody loves it.
So either way.
Noah, they're like so excited for him, and he's excited.
Look, isn't that cool up there?
Well, let me go over here and get some more so he can see.
I love that.
Yeah.
What we do is we use a yellow pine 2x up here as a ridge beam. Okay? The rafters are coming across here. And then we use gussets, so we hand build these trusses. See, that's a gusset on each side. So
Yeah.
they're glued and stapled.
Yeah.
Then they come down here on the top plate. And then we'll put a bracket right here, steel bracket that hooks the rafter to the top plate,
Yeah.
right? And then the house is fastened on each end. And this has all been ran through ANSI. We've sent them drawings of how we build our trailers. And structurally, they haven't found anything wrong with how we're building our homes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 big windows up front there. I wonder if probably maybe that
Yep.
one might be a slider or something.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be a slider. Anything that's wider usually is a slider. That's a 3040 single hung. But this is an 8x16. And as you can tell, now you look in here, you look for the plumbing. So this is an RJO floor plan with a side door. This is exactly, no, it's an RJO floor plan. Look, here's your shower, right? Your
Right.
toilet. Then you got your kitchen where you're at.
Okay, let me go over here. And there's the kitchen.
Yep, here's the kitchen sink. Here's our vent that comes out. The sink comes out. And then you got your kitchen window. And then from here, then you got your living room.
Okay.
And really, you know, when you think about an RJO, usually the door's in the back.
Yeah.
And this one's here on the side. And this is the back of the shower, right?
Yeah.
And we'll have a diverter right here so you can get to your shower valve and fix it if it ever
Right.
leaks. But normally, the only thing you would put here in place of this door would be maybe a chair.
Yeah, right.
You still have room for a bed
Exactly.
or a big sofa. So you still got this, you still have this big room, even though the door's on the side that took up wall space.
Right. Awesome. Well, congratulations, Noah. That's exciting.
And Noah and everybody else, like I pointed out, we do not use plywood on the roof. See that? And I made that change quite a few homes ago. And what we've learned and what we think is true is that whenever you build a building, just like look at our building out there. You see the metal up there on our own trusses?
Yeah.
Okay, we screwed it directly to the one-bys. Well, them are screwed to the trusses. And so we're using that same concept on our tiny homes. Now, to use plywood up here on a tiny home, you're only looking at probably 1, 2, maybe 7, 8 sheets of plywood.
Yeah.
They're $10 a piece, $80. So it's
Right.
not like a material cost.
Right. But it's just not necessary.
It's not necessary, everybody. You know, really, this sheeting's not necessary
That's what you said.
because the siding on the outside of this is 3/4 of an inch thick. And then you put another 3/4 of an inch thick, and then we glue, staple, and screw all the siding.
Yeah.
So you've got vertical, you got horizontal, and if you didn't use siding here, you could put a diagonal brace in all the corners if you needed that. But we have built so many even without sheeting.
I know.
But you know why I put sheeting on here?
Why?
Is because when the guys are building, a lot of times it's just quicker because when they plumb everything up, they put the sheeting on it. While they're building it, it keeps it still.
Oh, you might have said soap box. It's salt box.
Salt box.
Salt box, yes.
I meant salt box.
Yeah.
But also, just for people get off my back.
Now, who is? I know because people get flack doing something that's not.
Yeah,
the
I just don't
normal.
want. I just don't want to put up with the argument of saying, "Hey, you don't use sheeting on your house."
I know what you mean. Who's building his house? Joseph or who's over here?
I think Bart.
Bart. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good. Good. Good.
Yep.
All right. Next.
All right. Hey, we got to see Mr.
We gotta
Look at that thing. Isn't that
Oh my
cool?
gosh, look at there.
Yep.
So cool.
I talked to the owner.
Yes.
And he wanted to express his gratitude to everybody working on it.
Yay.
He said, "Randy, I just want to make sure you guys have fun building this house."
Yes.
And they are. The guys, we're all having fun watching it,
So
looking at it,
cool.
working on it. Yeah, it's really cool.
Love it. Now, what kind of trailer's it on? There's no wheels on it, right?
Yeah, it's a RJO trailer, but we put a third wheel on it because we added the 4-foot porch on the
I
back.
just noticed that.
Yeah, it's really a 20-foot home on a 24-foot trailer.
Okay.
Because of the 4-foot porch. And you all, this is always possible. If you guys want to do this, you can add 4 to 6 feet to your trailer.
Yeah.
Just find out if you want me to do that. You know how to get a price for you. Because if you all would like to add, if you got an RJO and the doors in the back,
Would be a price per foot, you mean?
yeah, it's not really that expensive.
To
Yeah.
add a porch like that.
Well, even if you just want the deck,
Oh, okay.
right? What if you just want a deck out the back with no roof on it?
Yeah.
Just, I'm going to get them prices for you guys.
That would be fun. You know, a lot of people would do that. They would extend their trailer
Yeah.
to do that.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because I had to talk with Mr. Moss today.
Good.
And Anstey's doing it, but where he's at in Utah, because he's going to use it as an RV, he has to have lights up top,
Does he?
running lights.
Okay.
And running lights, there's like 4 on each side.
Okay.
And that's what we are going to have to start doing for our ANSI certification. Now, if you're going to be not using it as an RV, so what you want to do is you don't need them a permanent lights. You can use them, hey, to get you there, and there'll be a way that you can get your lights. So it's mostly for traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right.
And can you do a flip deck?
Yeah, we do flip decks. Yep.
That is cool. Let me do the other side. We got to show. Tell what size again, so everybody knows.
This is the home is 20 foot, so it's 8 by 20 on an 8 by 24 trailer.
Look how cool.
Is that not fun, man?
Yes, this is fun.
Look at the metal they put on the top.
I see that. What a fun deal. Woo.
Oh, they got this one over here, Amanda.
I'll come over there. That is so cute.
on, Ace. What's really, I mean, what's the best is that window we bought. I thought, when am I ever going to use that window?
Yeah.
And look how they used it up in that gable.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And look at this piece of wood they got here. They're probably gonna do something with that.
Yep. And the owner loves this old barn wood.
Yes.
You can't get enough on it for him.
No.
Yeah.
Anything inside yet, or are they still working
No,
on it?
no.
Okay.
Yep.
Same thing. All right. So that one. Next.
Next. Amanda, tell me how big do you think that house is?
I think that is 18.
18. It is a 16-foot Freedom.
Is it?
Yep. And it's Riles.
Riles. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
And this is the log siding. So this is the flat log siding right here. These are chink joints, all right?
Yeah.
And what you want to do when you put your siding up, you want your chink joints to come straight across from each other.
Yes.
And they really represent an old, flat Appalachian log home system where if you ever wanted to chink and make it look like a log.
So what's the chinking? What do you put in the middle of that?
Well, we don't ever put anything in it. But like if you ever wanted this to look like a log cabin,
Yeah.
it's just a real thin synthetic stucco that you would put in there.
And you can put different color. You can make it any color too, can't
You
you?
sure can. Brown, white, green.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And then you stain it, yeah.
Because Wanda was talking about, she loved this black roof. That black roof does look sharp, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
That looks nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is a Freedom. Well, with the Freedom,
Okay.
all right, the Freedom, you get the mini split.
Let me get a picture.
You get the tankless water heater. You get the dormer. Okay, that's included. That's the difference between that and an RJO. Now, it looks like on this one, they've asked for some barnwood trim
Yeah.
on the outside. So,
Neato.
what's that?
I said neato.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Come here, look at this. I love, every time I look around, they got something they've made. Look at there. They've got a little they've made. That's funny.
Yep.
I love that.
Here's all your screen doors piled up.
Yeah. That's cool.
This
All right,
is
what's
this is a
inside?
real shop, man.
Well, it's been spray foamed.
Yep. So in the spray foam, you can see how it's been wired. We've got all of our connections up here from our rafters to our studs, and they're beginning to put the wall covering on. And what we've learned is we put the wall covering on, right? And then we put our loft in, so we're not having to crawl around up there on the loft,
Yeah.
you know, to put all the V-groove up.
That's cool. Why is there different colors? One's from a can.
Yeah.
Is it the filler?
Yeah. So a lot of times in these small little cracks, we'll come back with a can and fill it up. Yep.
Right. Okay, and this
So-
is Riles.
And as you can see, the bathroom is in the back. So this represents the shower, the toilet. This is the exhaust fan. So all this is the bathroom in the
Big
back.
bathroom.
And the kitchen.
So let's see, all the bathrooms right there. Oh.
Now think about it. We were just in an RJO. And think about placing this. So now your bathroom is about almost 5 feet
It's that whole space.
back.
Yeah.
So it's a good sized bathroom. Some
Yes.
people want a big bath just for storage and just for being able to get around, right? This kitchen is then butts up to the bath and goes across. This is a
This
kitchen
is the
window.
kitchen.
So the countertop will end about right here.
Okay.
All right, so now what you have here is you have this L-shaped kind of living room, dining room area.
Right.
So the kitchen's going to come out to here, right? And then you've got this area. So you still have room for a sofa and a chair. You got still room to manipulate, but it's just a whole different feel.
You got two lofts, a secondary loft, and then you'll have your main one
Yeah.
over this one, right?
I don't know if there's actually a loft going to go up here, Amanda. This is just a collar beam that keeps the house from spreading
Oh, okay.
as they're building it.
So it might not be a loft.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. This was Riles.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Neato.
What's that step?
It's a little in, isn't it?
It's a little in. And I'm sure you guys are kind of get redundant because most of them are in the framing stages. You know, of course, the salt box.
What big one is this?
Hey, let me point this out. Look at that urethane. Can you see it?
Ooh, it's shiny.
So this is urethaned house, and this is the tongue and groove side.
Yeah.
This is on the outside. Isn't that beautiful?
Ooh. Well, can you see the name and what size?
This one? This is Workman 8x20.
This is the salt box.
Yeah, yeah. Workman. Yeah. Well, yeah, Mandy, you're looking at it.
Oh my God, you looking at it?
8x20 salt
Look
box.
how shiny and pretty. Look at that.
8x20.
Ooh, look at that, Randy. You can see it.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Oh, wood's awesome.
And
Oh, can you move that?
think about it. If you wanted to put an extra coat on there every year, every extra year, I mean, what's it going to take? You know, a couple gallons of urethane?
This is really, really pretty.
Yeah, think about coming out here and having you a big deck, maybe a little
Yeah.
porch over it. You got your screen door, you're barbecuing out here. This is a full home.
Can you put that sickened stuff on the floor inside? Zoe's mom just asked.
On the floor.
You ever done it on the floor?
I've never done it on the floor.
No.
Yeah.
Can it be used inside at all? We've only used it on the outside, right?
You know what? I've never used. I bet you could.
How much is the urethane on the inside? Do we know per?
Yeah, 110 a lineal foot.
Okay, 110 lineal foot.
Yep. So it's about what, $1,900 for the inside.
Yeah.
And what we do is we sand the whole thing. We sanding seal, and then urethane. There's a lot of work in that. The urethane.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Hey, look here, Amanda.
Oh, it's coming together.
Look at the little stove.
Oh, what is that? Oh, look at here.
Isn't that called the midget?
Oh my gosh, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Look
midget
at the,
stove.
Look at the front of it, everybody. Oh, it's got a heart-shaped thing on it.
Look
What
here.
does it say? No. What does it say? No.
No,
No something.
no, don't do it.
No. That's cute.
Look.
She could cook on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how cute.
Isn't that neat?
And then would you put bricks?
I don't know how it works. I've just seen it today. They put it in.
Well, that's cute. What does that say? No. Is that a number? Number 900.
Yeah.
Wow. Does that mean they've only that's the 900th one?
I don't know.
I think it is either 900 or 800. Let's see. 800 or 900? 900. Wow.
Isn't that
Super
cute?
cute.
And see the floor? They got these bricks to set it on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't know how much it was, and I don't know where they got it. I
We'll
guess
find out for you.
She probably sent it. That is cute.
And it's got stainless steel.
Oh,
These are heat reflectors.
okay.
Here on the side. It's got to pull all this off right there.
Oh, pretty.
Tell me that ain't cool.
Midget.
Midget.
Well, Maria said, I want one that's freaking awesome. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Lord,
That's
she starts it
freaking
up,
awesome.
it's going to run her out of here.
Yeah, got to keep that ceiling fan running.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness.
But look how long this loft is.
I know. Can I walk? Can I
Yep,
step on that?
it's almost 12 foot long, man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the one with the heater up there behind the faux
Yeah.
wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Made the cute little door.
for storage.
Yeah. Oh, and I bet they still got that that screwed down, don't they? I
The
would
door,
say.
yeah.
We can't see that little. And look, they built this table for her. Like a
Yep, like a island.
An island.
Kind of like a
thing.
butcher block island.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, that's neat.
You know what I like about this? Years ago, I always liked the sofa in the kitchen.
Yes.
You're hanging out, everybody's hanging out in the kitchen. You could still put a small sofa
Yeah.
here in the kitchen, and kind of watch. I don't know, be in the kitchen while you're cooking and people hanging out and stuff. Of course, you know, the living room's not too far away, but you still got room. So it's, even though the kitchen's next to the bathroom, you got this big space, okay? I'm just going to point it out. People are designing their home. You got a refrigerator here. You can have a large refrigerator. This kitchen is along here.
Yeah.
You have a living room. You have your wood stove. You can have your TV going or whatever you got going. And it feels real homey. You know? And then with that big loft upstairs with the dormer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Big beams. Let me show the bathroom.
Yep,
'cause
and the
it's
bathroom's
so
still good
different.
size, and this is 20 foot.
This is the washer and dryer.
Yep.
Okay.
And you get the galvanized tub.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a tub, a stackable washer and dryer, and a closet, Amanda.
Yeah. And you got that what's that called? Is it called inlay? What is that called?
Yeah. Yeah, one of them.
One of them. They're called something. It's like some kind of fancy shelves.
Yeah.
Remember how they used to do them? They used to build them in the old-fashioned, like 50s and 60s houses where they had built-ins. I don't know.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that, of course, on an exterior wall because you won't have any insulation in it, you know. But an interior wall, the only thing is you're losing space. This is a 6-inch wall. You know, so you lost a few inches. But because this house is so long.
Inset. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you get inset shelves. Because it's so long, you know, you can lose 3 or 4 inches here and there, you know.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, and this is my question.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest. I don't like those windows. I don't like them at all.
Yeah.
I've never liked them. They're just little. They're too square. It's not my thing. Could I get a round window? Can I get a different shape? Can I get...
First of all, quit dogging my house, okay?
I just don't like getting little windows.
Hush! You know why we do them windows?
Yes.
Is because if you put a bigger window on here,
Yeah.
you have no shelving on here.
I understand.
And then you don't have a range hood on here.
I do understand.
So there's a reason. Now, what I've been looking into
Mm-hmm.
is I'm looking into some awning windows that we can just put here.
Okay.
And I want to look into a garden window.
Yes.
Now
you're talking.
Now, the garden window is going to stick out there about 8 to 10 inches, right?
Love it.
Outside, going down the highway, you're going to be too wide.
If you're
But-
traveling, yeah.
If you're not going to use this as an
Right.
RV, let's put it out there.
Well, now, how can you do it how can you get it to where it needs to go if it's too wide like that?
Don't say nothing.
Me too, Janet. Yeah, I want a garden window.
Yeah, why not,
Yeah.
man?
My goodness.
Hey, you know what? I'll make that garden window the way maybe even if when we get there, we'll just put it on and screw it
That's
together.
what I was
Screw
thinking.
it
Like
on.
you just add it on
Mhm.
afterwards. Okay. See? Done.
It's always
Now
figured
everybody's
out.
You got to get a price on a garden window. Who's this?
Amanda.
Oh, we already said.
We can fix anything.
Okay.
Yep. But
I don't need crap. Crap, mega crap.
yep.
Okay, who's this?
Another freedom.
Freedom.
What do you say, Ace? Sedino. Sedino, 8x16 freedom. Sedino.
Those are popular as can be.
Cannot go wrong. $25,000 for an 8x16 freedom.
This is Sedino.
This is going to be an upgrade because they've got maintenance-free siding on here. Yep. Listen, get in here. Tell me this thing doesn't look large. Tell me you couldn't live in this sucker. Look,
I know.
you got an RJO. Here's your kitchen, here's the bathroom. From here back, living room. All this living room. Is this not awesome? And then,
Somebody said, give me freedom or give me da 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 da.
nah,
Yeah.
yes. William Wallace, freedom!
Oh, that's a good show. Ain't
Love it.
Oh, now look at this. This is different.
Watch this, man. Fingertips.
I'm watching.
Fingertips.
You
Fingertips.
keep eating that cinnamon bread, you ain't gonna be able to lift yourself up.
That cinnamon bread.
Your little self. Who was it that asked? Melinda said, "How does he eat all that? And he's so skinny."
I ain't eat all day.
Quit being skinny, Randy.
I just intermittent fast, man.
Well, but now I like this.
Mind over matter.
Two windows.
Yeah.
Like double doing it.
Mind over matter.
Ooh, ooh.
I love this, but I just love getting the bathroom and kitchen. The only thing is, when you put that bathroom at one end, you do get a closet or stackable washer and dryer.
I bet that does feel good on your back. Somebody said stretching out like that, that's good
Oh,
on your back.
I know, and I've been in the office all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sheila said, what a hunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Sheila.
That's,
Bring it.
that's right,
Bring
Sheila.
it. 850 Industrial Road.
Remember, you can come in here in the middle of the night, or if you wake up in the morning, you see him walking around in a towel, and what
Windows,
else?
doors wide open.
Come, if you got something to say to him, come
Hey.
850 Industrial Road.
Hey, keys are in the truck. The door's always open.
God. I swear, we got to get some t-shirts made up of what you say.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Keys in the truck. The door's always open.
Oh, God, everything's open.
Ah.
Lord.
We have completed the evening.
What's the big trailer? Whose is that? Is that somebody's, or is that just got stuff on it?
Well, I'm sure it's somebody's, man. We just don't have trailers in here throwing stuff on it for nothing.
I know, they've moved some stuff around, because Donna's was in here, and I think they took it back outside.
Well, what we were doing today, we were mostly getting ready the homes to take, for the guys to take home.
I see.
So we had 3 or 4 guys take trailers home.
Yeah.
Hey.
And two, one of the things too, I want everybody to be aware of, and I'm sure if they watch all the time, they are. But sometimes we don't get Lucas on here. But
Yeah.
when your house starts, it actually doesn't start in here. It starts outside.
Yes.
So tell that.
We
process.
frame the floor system, and Lucas does solar. And he's got a YouTube channel called 7 Trumpets Preppers.
Yes.
And so anyway, he does solar on the side called off-grid contracting.
Yes.
And then he does our solar install. And then when he's not out in the field, he comes here and he works. And he builds our floor systems. And him and I went over the plumbing. And so him and I have done this plumbing. He's taken pictures and drawings. So all he does is plumbing and framing floors constantly. And so he's got it down. He can do 3 or 4 in a day now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let me show you this really cool door. I think you guys will love.
I love it.
I got 2 of them.
Where did you get those?
Aren't these cool looking?
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Oh my, whose are those? Whoever buys them?
I had them out there and I brought them in.
Oh my gosh, I love
And
those.
they're a little flimsy because they're old, man. They'd be a great barn door. I didn't know if anybody wanted a barn door like this because of the windows. You'd have to put that stuff on it so you can't see through it or
love
color it.
those.
And then look at the one behind it.
Oh, I love that more. Oh
See
my
that?
gosh.
And that's a little bit beefier.
Is that what the barfoot guy that brought this stuff?
Might have been.
Oh my gosh.
I'll collect stuff from guys that come through here.
Yeah.
We used to, it hasn't been a while, but there's been guys that would come through and say, hey, would you like this? Would you like that?
I know, they'll stop and just,
I love wheeling and dealing and
remember
buying
Tom
stuff.
bought that RV for $100?
Yeah.
Gosh, what a mess. Hey, well, Dana had a question I want to,
Well, of course Dana has a question.
well, why do you have to say it like that?
What do you mean? She helped me plant trees.
She's
What's
asking
Dana?
a question. The question is for people who have DIY houses or other houses from another tiny house builder or an RV or whatever coming to the community.
Yeah.
What do they need to do about ANSI certification?
They'll have to get ANSI certified.
Everybody has to be ANSI certified.
Every house that plugs to the grid has to be ANSI certified.
Now, what if?
I don't know the cost,
Okay, yeah.
but it'll have
We'll
to go.
find out.
It'll have to be compliant. There is a fee, and if you go straight to the ANSI, the company we use, $2,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you do it on your own, we're trying to see, hey, if somebody does come to us like that, what's it going to cost us?
Yes, exactly.
All right. So
'Cause
we'll
we
call
do
the company.
everything- Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to have,
Okay.
if they don't have blueprints, we got to do blueprints. If they don't have certain kinds of, we'll have to upgrade their house, okay? There's certain water heaters they don't want. There's certain grounding. We have to ground the roof, ground the trailer. There's certain types of breakers. We have to plug the system in to the electrical. We bought this testing box for electrical. It cost over, what, $2,500?
Yeah. Right.
Just for a box. And we plugged the whole house to it. and it checks every wire, every breaker, every system in it. That it has to be fixed. So we really don't know what it's going to cost to upgrade a house to ANSI, but that's what it'll take.
And another thing that I wanted to bring up today, and I talked to the girls, I talked to Amber. Amber is going to start, Randy and I, number one, have to go through all of the resort people. We were going to do that this weekend, and we wanted to send out an email. Randy wants to send out a mass email to everybody to kind of update.
Not just a resort.
Not just a resort, exactly.
To the people that we're building homes for.
Yes, exactly.
I want to let you know when your house is getting done, what's going on with your house. Don't ever want you in the dark.
Right. And Kelly, what I did today, I asked Kelly, she went ahead and emailed everybody on the build list to just update everyone and say, hey, listen, you're not forgotten or anything. Everybody's working. Everybody's working, and Ken has about 15 people that still need prints. So you're on a list. He goes in order of everything. So you'll get contacted soon. But he's only got about 15. Well, actually, 3 more people signed on and bought houses. So he'll have 15, like 18. So that's good.
Yeah.
But we want to go through contact all the people of the resort and find out who wants a house. Like, just discuss everything with them.
The resort.
The resort, yes, over there.
Yeah, well, we need to narrow that down. Listen, 2 months is going to fly by.
It is.
So we want to know if you're in on the resort or not. Do you have 20% down on the resort? Listen, the world is going to come back alive. We're not going to be in this virus mode forever. Even if it lingers on into the fall and different things like the world's saying, who knows what's going to happen.
We've got to prepare.
We are going to keep living, everybody.
Yes, they have to.
We're going to keep living. We're going to keep growing. I don't care what happens out there.
Yes.
Life is going to continue for all of us. So, you know what? If you want a tiny home, now's the time to get a tiny home. And of course, I don't like using it as a sales pitch, but gosh, the low cost of living in these things.
I know.
If you get hit and you're in one of these things and you have no debt,
Right.
you don't feel the crunch. Like everybody is scurrying because they can't pay their rent, they can't pay their mortgage, they can't pay their bills. If you had a home like this and it's paid for, our homes are half the cost of almost everybody in the country. And if they're not almost half, let's say somebody comes in close to that, there's no way they compare apples to apples with quality and the amenities that we put on there. All right? So I just love what we're doing. But in the resort area, hey, listen, you can't beat it. All you have to do is buy a house.
Yeah.
You buy a house, I give you a lot. 2 years full rent. If you want to rent it out, we'll rent it out for no cost. There is no other builder, no other community or tiny home resort, whatever you want to call it, in this local area or in the country that is offering you 2 years free rent by just buying a house, or giving you 2 years free rent management company, or giving you a lot rent so inexpensive as what we're doing.
And two, to tie in with that, with all the paperwork that was sent off, done and everything, the financing, they are chomping at the bit, are they not?
21st Mortgage called me today, said, Randy, how are we? I said, you know what we did today? You know what we did today? We sent in our paperwork to the Secretary of State to change our domestic to foreign status.
Yes.
All right?
That's all that had to be done.
I overnighted it. So it'll be in Nashville Monday morning at 10 a.m. They get it. Hopefully, we're thinking, we don't know, maybe they're not so covered up. All they have to do is they'll go online. We're hoping they'll go online, make that change. We're in.
Yeah, that's what the accountant said. All they have to do is dissolve that. The other one starts up.
Yeah, so we get all that done. Listen, you know what it is trying to push? I want to push, but you know what? Listen, the state didn't push for us to be an RV, certifications. They didn't push. They can't on our time frame. We want to develop. He's just whining.
Okay.
I hear him.
I'll make sure he did not stuck.
But you can't push everybody. Just like the development over there with the rain that was going on, all the inspections, and then the state. I've already paid $200-some thousand for the sewer. I paid $14,000 for electrical. I bought all the gravel. We bought all the pipe, and we bought everything for the resort. Right? Let's just put it in. And they said, "Hey, stop. We want." And I said, "How can you stop us?" Well, they wanted to get clarification. It is what it is. Things happen.
And two, David's asking too, do they need to go ahead and start the process? What do they need to do with 21st Mortgage. I know they got the 4-digit code.
They have done everything.
So do they need to start now or wait?
Oh, the people?
Yes.
You have to wait for our 4-digit
Wait.
code.
Just so you're still waiting.
Everybody, let's cross our fingers
Yeah.
and hope that we can get this 4-digit code in the Secretary of State transferred over sometime next week.
Exactly.
I'm really curious to see if this is a game changer for the resort and for the company.
Absolutely.
If it is, man, I want to build a bigger building. I want to build another building and get ready.
And the other thing that I called, Randy told me to call the mayor of Cocke County this morning.
Yeah.
We are essential. We are staying open. We're not going to get shut down.
Nice. I hope
Yes.
you did. And if you didn't hear Amanda say that, because I got the microphone.
Yes.
Amanda called the mayor today of Cocke County, Christine. I don't remember her last name.
No, I called, is Pam, her assistant.
Her assistant Pam,
Yes.
and said we are an essential business. We will not be shut down.
Correct.
So we can continue to work, and that's
The
exciting.
guys can work everything.
Even though we took a piece of paper that gives them the ability to travel, if they get pulled over, they've got identification.
Right, because today at 5, it was either 5 or 5:30, everything that was non-essential has to stop. Everything.
Wow.
So, but we were not a part of that. She said she had a lot of people who were calling
Yeah.
and asking, and she said she totally understands. She said, but you all are good to go. Keep working.
Now, isn't that nice looking?
Very nice.
We live in a small county, Cocke County,
Yes.
right? And you got the mayor's assistant
Yes.
talking to all these people and
Yes.
answering the phone. To me, that is just like the best.
And
That's
Judy
East
just
Tennessee.
said construction is essential here in Indiana too. It's great news because we got to keep moving.
Yeah,
We're very fortunate.
I mean, the world, everybody, life's going to continue on, and, I was talking to somebody earlier, and even though you take hits in life, you take a lot of hits, you've made mistakes, or you've hurt somebody, or you've been a part of something that just life, God, you know how it is. The next day's coming.
Yeah.
And you know what? We got to put that behind us. No matter
Yeah.
how much it comes crawling on us and says, "Hey, I'm here. Look at me, look at me."
Yeah.
And it's a fight every day. And you've lost a little bit of that joy that you'll never have before that. But that's part of being an adult, I think, and that's part of living in this old world.
Right.
But if you can you got to remember, tomorrow's coming, and it gets a little bit better.
And and we've been coming on almost every day just to kind of just to show everybody everything and how to stay positive and upbeat and that we're going to get through this. Kind of like all the governors and the president and everybody's coming on just to encourage everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So I hope you had a good week, and thanks for joining us here at
Yeah.
Incredible Tiny Homes. Hit that subscribe button if you would. I hate saying that, everybody. Every time you go to one, you're probably turning off.
Oh, say hi to Kira real quick.
Hi, Kira.
Yeah, there you
Kira?
go. Kira.
I want to say hi to all the people in England and Great Britain and Belgium and over in Europe that are watching us.
Yeah.
I just learned that a couple days ago that we do have some fans over in England, and I think you guys are 6-8 hours ahead of us. So you're up late watching this, or maybe watching it after it's recorded. What a great thing this is to be able to bring you guys.
Ireland here, somebody from
Yeah,
Ireland.
from Ireland. Yep. My homeland, Mandy, my homeland it is.
And two, of course, we want to be with, think about everybody in the country with the coronavirus going on. And of course, we've got Trucker Mike, and we have some customers that are testing positive for the coronavirus. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to come here and give you guys something to take your brain away from all that
Yes,
stuff.
correct.
Look at tiny homes, talk a little bit, maybe laugh a little bit, make fun of me a little bit, whatever you want to do. But whatever it is to get you off your mind off that stuff,
Oh, Norway.
let's do it.
Norway's on
Norway.
here. Yeah.
Oh, that's my homeland too, Mandy.
Stop it. I'm not listening.
A little bit of that blood. See the little right there?
Is that what it is?
There's a little Norwegian rolling around in there.
You're crazy.
Norwegian people are beautiful.
Holly Black says, Ginger says hi to Ace. She has Ginger little.
Ace, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. We got to say goodbye. Come here. Come here, buddy. Look here, Amanda. Come on. Woohoo! Good boy. Good boy. Look at you. Want to say goodbye?
Bye,
Yeah. He come running, man.
He did.
Good boy.
Honey, what you
Good boy. Let's see, do I got a snack? I'll probably give you all my snacks, didn't I?
Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Ace, you've eaten all my snacks, buddy. I don't have any.
He's such a good boy.
See you, man.
Bye.
He's growing up on us.
Yep.